The funny thing about all this, and I was asking Geoff, is Geoff, why aren't people investing their crypto into real estate assets? Hey everybody, this is Tony Martinez, and I'm here today with Geoff, COO of WeSet.io, and we'll talk a little more about what that is. We're actually here in Argentina at the largest Bitcoin, or I should say crypto conference in the world, which is a phenomenal blessing to be here. Actually, Geoff was just on stage yesterday. As you guys know, I also had a stage set and it was awesome. And so I wanted to talk with Geoff because Geoff and their company are putting real estate on the blockchain, okay? Your talk was phenomenal, by the way. Congratulations on what you guys are doing. And we got into an interesting topic. Look at my hairs, okay? We got into an interesting topic that we want to share with you guys. And this is not really talking about, what is WeSet, what do we do, but more or less the state of the market. As we know, there's a lot of news right now going on that are very alarming. A lot of people are freaking out about their crypto. Their crypto as we know it is in exchanges. Some people are pulling it out. Some people are putting it in their hard wallets. A lot of people don't know what to do. The funny thing about all this, and I was asking Geoff, is Geoff, why aren't people investing their crypto into real estate assets? And one of my obvious answers to that, and I wanted to hear his, was, well, I don't think a lot of people know that they can actually take their crypto and invest it into real estate assets. So the question, Geoff, is why aren't people doing it? And what would you say about, should people do it? Is real estate, is it possible? How? Yeah, what are your thoughts on that?
Thank you, Tony. So yeah, as you mentioned, there's a lot of volatility, a lot of bad projects, a lot of people not holding their private keys right now, right? Which is creating a lot of problems in crypto and blockchain. And we have this traditional asset that you mentioned that isn't being tokenized very well. It's not put on the blockchain, but it's backed by real world use cases and cash flow. So why not take these traditionally very stable assets that don't depend on speculation or Bitcoin prices or crypto prices and have them backed on the blockchain instead of speculation?
Because you know what, I think a lot of people might think that by putting their crypto into a real estate project, that their crypto is still volatile, when it's not, because you're basically freezing. When you invest into a real estate asset, you froze the price at which you converted it into real estate, and now it's real estate. But whatever gains you might have made from real estate, you can pass them over, from crypto, you can pass them over to real estate.
Right, so once you put your real estate on the blockchain, you're getting all of the benefits and like the security, the liquidity, the affordability of the blockchain without the speculative risk, because you have the tangible traditional asset. And why people aren't doing this yet? Well, it's coming. WeSet has the platform to take sort of any asset and any real estate asset and turn it into NFTs. It can be divided into periods of time. So an NFT allows access to a property over a certain period of time, therefore making the investment much more accessible, liquid, affordable, transparent, and just available for the crypto community as well as the traditional real estate community.
I found that super interesting, how you can basically take a real estate asset, divide it into multiple weeks, and sell each week as an NFT for a lot lower than you would normally have to invest in the full price of a unit.
Exactly. So that's one of the problems that we solve, is that it could be a very concentrated investment anytime you buy a full piece of real estate. But if we divide a property, for example, into 52 weeks, you're just buying 1 week over, let's say, a 30-year period. You buy it one time and you pay a small fraction of the cost. So you're able to gain access to real estate without the concentration and the risk. You could diversify asset class as well as geographical location.
That's amazing. And you own the week, right? This is not a floating week.
You own the week.
You own the week. It's yours. You can use it, rent it.
Yeah, with your NFT, you own that time period in that property, right? So you could use it, you could gift it, you could exchange it, you could sell it, and best of all is you could rent it. You could use it as income. So that's like the steadiness of the asset, right? It's backed by real world income.
Exactly. And if you invest into these units in an attractive place, like it's actually pure coincidence, Geoff lives in Playa del Carmen. We live in Tulum, as you guys know. We had never met. And so it's like, what a perfect way to put your crypto into something that you can use, that will actually give you a use case. And what a beautiful place than Playa del Carmen, Tulum, to invest in these type of assets.
I really think that spot, the Riviera Maya, is the perfect spot to start. It's beautiful real estate. People want to be there, and it's a very progressive community in terms of technology and blockchain adoption.
And you know what? I think that for those of us, for those that are listening that might have crypto and in a market like right now, feeling feeling scared and a lot of volatility, I think you guys should definitely check into not just what we're talking about, but get out there because there's a ton of real estate projects, or not a ton. There should be more. There's a few, but there are, and you guys have to find who they are, what would be some things that you think that they should look for before investing in a real estate based project that accepts crypto?
I think what you want to look for is versatility, right? So with our product, or with the WeSet NFT, for example, you have the option to use the property or rent the property, change the property anytime. So it's optionality that really you want. So this is the best of both worlds. You get to own the asset, the NFT, and have all the variety of use cases for it.
Beautiful.
You're not limited to any.
Awesome. So Geoff, question. Let's say that I have a property I own, full right, real estate property, and I wanted to put it on WeSet so that through your platform, you guys can sell my unit into partial weeks through NFTs. What would be the risk for me as the unit owner?
So first of all, our platform is very secure and audited. And so I would say maybe your biggest risk is that you upload your property into various weeks, and maybe the demand isn't quite as much as you thought, and you sell maybe only a certain amount of weeks. So you don't get the volume that you want for this, and you have to mix and match how you're managing your unit right now instead of just the NFT.
But you know what? And I wouldn't think that's a big downside, because you also have high season and low season. So I'm assuming that if you took my property into 52 weeks, aka 52 NFTs, I can sell the prime weeks for a lot more, like a Christmas week, New Year's week, versus a low season week anyways.
Exactly. It's totally based on seasonality and whatever you want to sell your weeks for, which weeks you want to sell or someone wants to buy.
So I don't have to sell all the 52 weeks. If I say, hey, I want to sell, or the opposite, I want to sell the low season weeks.
Hey,
and I keep the high season
Our
weeks.
Platform is very versatile. You could customize it and configure it to whatever your market wants. The time period, the duration of the NFT, whether you want it to be days, weeks, or months, or you could even sell a property as one single NFT. So one owner has exclusive access to the property. Another risk in terms of a seller could be if you once you start selling your NFTs, you're providing contracts to the market, legally binding contracts that allow them exclusive right of usage. So it would become more difficult for you to liquidate your real estate asset with these outstanding, almost lease contracts against the asset.
So if I'm the owner of the unit and I'm used to renting it and getting income every month, I would basically be giving that up, because now there's owners to those weeks.
Exactly, you're getting the cash up front.
But on the other hand, if my property, let's say, is worth $300,000 and we divide it into 52 weeks, I'm not gonna sell it for $300,000, I'm gonna sell it for $600,000. And these weeks that I'm selling, I'm getting that cash up front. So I am giving up the cash flow, but on the other end, I'm getting money up front at a higher cost that I can then take and reinvest into something else if I wanted to.
Exactly. And then, so you could think of it as you're taking a wholesale product and dividing it into weeks and selling it retail. And then remember, at the end of the expiration of these NFTs is that the land title remains with the property owner.
That's super interesting. And I heard you talk about yesterday how most of these contracts are set 30 years, right? So let's say I'm the NFT buyer. I buy the NFT, I'm gonna pay a fraction of what the unit would cost. I get to use it every single year, and then after 30 years, it expires. But the question I had is, could it be for, say, 10 years if I don't want to commit as the owner of the property for 30 years?
Exactly. Yeah, we could configure the properties and the sale of the properties as the market wants. Right now, we're engaging with the market to see what they really want. So we find that 30 years is sort of an optimal time period that people want their NFT to last for.
Got it.
But we have had clients say, I only want 10 years. I want something that that's a bit more affordable and not a long-term commitment.
And I think it's a win-win, because the buyer might say, well, I might not want to go to Tulum for 30 years, but 10 years is perfect, right? Especially the young generation, they don't want to commit.
Exactly. So whatever. If we want to target sort of that generation, that does work. And remember, it's an NFT. So if you do have a 30-year NFT that you only plan on using 10 years, Well, you could always just sell it on a blockchain sale that takes 10 seconds.
That's brilliant. And what about giving utility to the NFT in addition to the usage I have? Can we give utility, like saying, for example, within your NFT, you have access to this beach club, you get discounts at this restaurant, you get 30% off of tours, like that?
Yep, that's definitely like things that we're
Doable.
trying to add, working with, local businesses to give, rare collectible NFTs that allow for certain like upgrades or additional services or limited, exclusive accesses.
Or VIP events that happen a lot in Tulum.
That's one thing we talk about a lot is having, a WeSet community or a blockchain real estate community with not just like exchanges of properties, but also community events.
Wow.
With, NFT owners, free access, bottle service, whatever the event is.
So question, Geoff, if I'm the buyer of the NFT in this case, right? I buy the NFT and I use it, and then later on, I want to sell it. Can I sell it? One question. And two, if I'm the owner of the unit, do I profit when the owner of the NFT sells? Is that possible?
So yeah, it's a blockchain asset that could be sold at any moment. And right now we don't have it configured for any sort of like future royalties or commissions, but that's a programmable feature that's available.
That's pretty awesome. So I can sell my NFT at any time, no different than I can sell my NFTs today.
Yeah.
That's the cash flow.
Yeah, exactly. That is the cash flow right there, right? Because
The only thing is it's a bit unpredictable, right? You don't know, but if you got a bunch of assets, every week you could be getting thousands here, thousands there.
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Let's say, for me, I want cash flow. But for a group of, if I have a penthouse, it fits 11 people. I can have 11 of my friends be like, yo, bro, let's throw in $300. We own it for 10 years. We could go there. We could have our guys getaway.
like a birthday,
Every year.
because
Every
you
year.
know when your birthday is.
Yeah.
So you can buy an
Our
NFT.
guys getaway. We all own it. Then you're like, can you do fractional NFTs? Like if you have 11 guys throw in on one?
Yeah, there could be 11 owners of one NFT.
That could be possible, potentially.
Well, thanks a lot, Geoff. By the way, so we're developers. Geoff doesn't sell any units per se. They are a platform. Me as a developer, I can place my units in their platform, and then you guys can buy through WeSet, basically, right? So we're gonna discuss, because we're thinking that might be a brilliant idea for us to do. And that's how actually we got to talking. And I say, you know what, let's interview you. We got to get this information out there. So if you guys have crypto, if you guys want to diversify into the real estate industry, be it through WeSet, be it investing in one of our projects. As you guys know, we accept crypto. Aldea Mai, designed by Pininfarina, is one of our latest projects we launched. We accept crypto 100%. So there's different options out there, and we just want to give you guys more value, more information. Hopefully this has been of much service to you. Geoff, thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Thank you very much, Tony. It's been
Awesome,
great.
bro. Thanks.